Welcome to Coaches Module 5, Problem Solving. When helping a student manage a problem, it's tempting and common to try to define and push for the solution we've thought up. Yet a student is more likely to follow up with a plan if he or she came up with it. Rather than making suggestions for the student, elicit them first. Ask questions like, "What would be helpful? What options have you considered? What have you thought of trying? What could you do?" If the student explicitly asks for your input, feel free to make suggestions, but continue to follow up with open-ended questions. Instead of, "Do you think you could do that?" which requires a yes or no answer, ask, "How would that work for you?" Above all, having a conversation with a student-athlete you are concerned about can be of great importance and impact to that person. We realize that, at times, initiating that conversation can be difficult. Here are some considerations as you prepare to talk to a student about his or her drinking. Find a time when the student is free of distractions and when you can have a conversation in a private, confidential setting. Ask open-ended questions where possible. Don't make assumptions. Don't label or judge behavior. Instead, remain calm. Express understanding. Describe what you've observed rather than trying to interpret the reasons behind it. If it is something you have directly observed, describe what you've seen. If someone has reported a concern, let the student know about the report and that you're checking in. Continue to ask open-ended questions throughout. Be careful about assumptions. A student's sluggishness during practice could indicate alcohol use the night before, but could also be explained by sickness or late-night studying. Describe what you see. For instance, "You look like you were having a tough time in practice," followed by an open-ended "What's going on?" or "What was happening for you today?" Follow up brief answers like "okay" or "fine" with more open-ended questions like, "Okay, in what way? What's going well and what's not going so well? Tell me more about that." If the issue is related to alcohol, ask about their thoughts and concerns and what they might want to do, if anything. Certainly there will be times when you need to get immediate care for someone or even share something you've been asked to keep private, including statements about suicide or harming someone else. When in doubt, consult your departmental policies, campus counseling resource, Title IX coordinator, or other student support offices for guidance on how to proceed in these situations. You may also need to notify police or administrators as appropriate. In short, be aware of your campus's resources and policies. Finally, be careful not to take on too much and contact your athletic director or student affairs staff for additional 360-proof guidance or materials as needed. The research is clear. You play an important role in the lives and decisions of your student-athletes. Maximize that influence and get involved.